All right, now to the race for the White House, because all eyes now move to Michigan with our state's presidential primary set for tomorrow. This time around has proven to be a little different thanks to early voting. But like other elections, workers will be ready to go bright and early. Let's get out to Will Jones. We are getting some insight into turnout, Will.
Devin, this year voters had more options available to them, and they certainly took advantage of them. Sunday was the final day for early in-person voting, and it was the busiest day of the entire voting period. Ahead of the primary, more than 1 million ballots have been cast in Michigan, according to Michigan's Secretary of State.
And for a presidential primary, where each major party has a candidate with a commanding lead, we're still approaching half of the total turnout before Election Day for the entire 2020 presidential primary.
Absentee ballots making up the overwhelming majority, 934,000, followed by 78,000 early in-person ballots. This is the first year voters have the option to vote early in person in a statewide election.
And it shows that Michigan voters, when they have options to vote, they embrace those options.
Tomorrow night, political strategists are going to be watching former President Trump's margin of victory.
I expect he will win by a margin of 40% or more. And I just don't know, after that, how Nikki Haley can continue into Super Tuesday.
They're also going to be looking at the number of uncommitted votes in protest of President Biden's handling of the war in Gaza.
If you're trying to influence this race, I would look to Ric Flair and say, if you want to beat the man, or if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. And they're going to get 15% of the vote tomorrow tops.
Polls open at 7 Tuesday morning and they close at 8 at night. And Benson wanted to emphasize that none of the early votes will be counted until the polls close. We're live in News Center. Will Jones, Local 4.
All right, Will. And Local 4 is your home for primary night coverage tomorrow night at 10. Hope you'll join me, Kimberly, and Christy McDonald. We're going to be joined by experts and special guests to break down the results. We'll be looking into the top issues for voters and what's next in Decision 2024 tomorrow night at 10 p.m., streaming only on Local 4 Plus and clickondetroit.com.